This is Iran's president-elect, Ebrahim Raisi. The ultra-conservative won in a landslide election with a record low turnout. Here's his answer when asked if he's willing to meet with U.S. President Joe Biden.
No.
That did not faze White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki.
Our view is that there is a decision maker here and that has not changed, and it is the supreme leader.
The United States and 5 other countries are negotiating new terms of the 2015 Iran nuclear pact. But Raisi says Iran's missile program is non-negotiable. He also blames the U.S. for breaking its promises.
You were obligated to lift the sanctions, and you did not. Return and fulfill your commitments. To the Europeans, I say that they should definitely not remain pressured by American policies.
Psaki calls that political bluster and says sanctions reimposed by the former Trump administration are part of discussions to revive the international agreement.
We certainly understand, as we've seen in past rounds of these negotiations, that there will be a range of rhetoric to address political needs at home. We understand that, but our focus remains on these negotiations.
Raisi himself is under U.S. sanctions as a suspect in the 1988 execution of thousands of political prisoners, even though he called himself a defender of human rights in his news conference. Former prisoner Iraj Mezdaki says the new president led the death panels.
He
played a very active role in comparison to other members of the Death Commission.
VOA asked Psaki about those sanctions against the president-elect and his country.
The new president will, of course, be held accountable for violations of human rights on his watch going forward. We strongly urge the Iranian government, regardless of who is in power, to release political prisoners, improve respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms for all Iranians.
Raisi is a protege of Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Observers predict he will not rule the country on his own and that significant challenges lie ahead.
The presidency is beyond his capacity. He is not capable of addressing the issues of Iran's economic crisis or the JCPOA, which are very complex and difficult issues, if not impossible to solve.
No one knows when the 6 world powers will meet again to discuss the nuclear deal. The U.S. National Security Advisor says there remains a wide gap on some key issues. Carolyn Pursuti, VOA News at the White House.